In this country, 15,000 children each year, that's 40 children per day, are diagnosed with diabetes. Type 1 diabetes means dependence on insulin for the rest of your life. Well, the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation is the leading advocate for research and treatment for type 1 diabetes. Here to tell us how we can help, please welcome Executive Director Michelle Riley. Michelle, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And in the news these days, we often hear about type 2 diabetes. We don't often hear as much about type 1. What's the difference between these two?
Type 1 diabetes, you're insulin dependent for life, as you said. In type 1 diabetes or diabetics, the insulin is not being produced by the pancreas, so you need to substitute that obviously with injections or by a pump. So it's a balancing act, really, truly, to balance the insulin intake with food and exercise. You must balance that and monitor your exercise levels and food. Yeah.
Would you almost say type 2 is the better diagnosis of the two in terms of it's more treatable with some lifestyle changes?
Yes, you can. You can treat it with lifestyle changes such as diet and exercise a little easier, yes.
Type 1, though, incurable.
Yes.
What are the warning signs?
Warning signs are extreme thirst, rapid weight loss, frequent urination, lethargy, being
and
tired.
It really limits the lifestyle of the person who's suffering with it.
It does.
Living with it.
It really
How do they
does.
have to change the way that they live on a day-to-day basis?
Well, like I said, it's a balancing act. It's constant monitoring, exercise, activities, stress levels. All of it is dependent on what you do and how you manage it.
And it's called type 1. It also referred to as juvenile diabetes. And so I think that brings up the misconception that it only affects children, because it doesn't just affect children.
It doesn't. We're seeing more and more young adults, college age, even adults in their 30s being diagnosed with type 1.
So it's becoming more widely referred to as type 1 for that reason, mainly?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And so for you, for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, raising awareness is really key.
It is. It is something that we like to do and we have to do to get people to fundraise for us to find a cure. That is our mission, to find a cure.
Now, recently, Nick Jonas, the youngest brother in the Jonas Brothers in the band, was diagnosed with this condition. I think that probably raised awareness among the younger crowd who probably didn't think about this before then.
No, and he is a great advocate for us. It raised awareness through a different age group who will fundraise for us and really enjoy helping children, which is what we need.
And speaking of fundraisers, you rely on them a great deal.
We do.
You have a big event coming up. Tell us about that.
We have two, actually. It is our largest fundraiser for the Greater New Haven chapter of JDRF. It is our Walk to Cure Diabetes. One is happening September 27th in Niantic at McCook's Boardwalk, and the other in October on the 4th. It is at the Quinnipiac University North Haven campus.
Now, last year, $70 million was raised nationally.
Yes.
You work at the Greater New Haven chapter.
I do.
Right,
yep.
of the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. So just at your chapter alone, you raised how much?
$600,000
for this event, for your walks.
Yes.
And so what are you hoping for this year?
We're hoping for 650. So we're really optimistic through fundraisers and things, and that's for both of our walks. Family teams, corporate teams help us tremendously, corporate sponsorships. So we'll get there. I'm sure we will.
I'm positive of that, too. We're going to think positive. And then nationally, the number that you're looking at, goal-wise.
We hope to surpass 71 million. Yeah.
Tell the folks at home about what your chapter, what your office does.
My office is a fundraising office and an advocacy for education and awareness. We can use walkers, volunteers. There's a way to be involved. You can visit our website, jdrf.org, and you can register online and walk to cure with us.
Okay, listen, let's put the information up on the screen. It's this year's Walk to Cure Diabetes. It takes place, as you mentioned, at two locations here in Connecticut on Sunday, September 27th at McCook's Boardwalk in Niantic, and on Sunday, October 4th at the Quinnipiac campus in North Haven. If you want to register in advance, you can log on to walk.jdrf.org, walk.jdrf.org, or you can come to ConnecticutStyle.tv. We'll have all the information there for you. And, of course, you can always contact the local chapter because you're always looking for help and for volunteers and for people to help out. Michelle Riley, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Good to talk with you.
Thanks so much.
Best of luck at your events coming up.